represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, and as usual, I have my co-hosts, Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Vegas. We're in the 80s and beautiful sunshine every day. So, by the way, we are on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network, also on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk, American Forces Network. We're all over the place. We're everywhere. Guys, especially to Rick, kudos on that over yesterday on Kershaw and Sale. You said these guys would blow up, and you were right on it, Rick.
Yeah, that tends to happen in these playoff games. It's just when you have two superstar pitchers, whether it's an AL, NL game, or a World Series, one of them just doesn't show up. I think a lot of it has to do with they're out of gas from being used so much during the year. And in this case, both of them kind of, were lit up, and it was over in the fifth inning. It was already cast your ticket on the over. I know Bri liked the under yesterday, so sorry about that, Bri. But in these situations, I think overs, and you always get a crazy low total too. So it's typically a very good bet.
But Rick, we got to document it because you were the first one out on Fifth Street with it, and you stayed with it for 2 days. Usually, if anybody told me, hey, I love this, I love to bet a game with Kershaw and Sale, I love the over. It sounds like, like a suicide mission, But you called. Of course. Good call. And yeah.
I mean, the square in all of us wants to bet under because we see Kershaw, we see Sale. But when you put all the factors together and they've, they're on, 200, 250 innings already. I mean, you already see Sale's fastballs, gone down from just a month ago. Kershaw doesn't seem to have the same movement on his fastball, and it's gone down at least 2 to 3 miles an hour as well. These guys are they're not the same pitchers they were a month or two ago. It's not their fault. It's just when you've pitched that many innings, it's just going to happen to anyone who's human.
So Brian, I got a question for you. Even as hot as you've been, and you've been red hot, we got to go to commercial in a second. When you like the under, but then you get like Rick, that was really, really talented at this, and he loves the over. Does that make you go down from fifth gear to third gear? Makes you maybe tap the brakes a little bit when Rick opposes you?
For sure. Yeah. No, you always want to hear sharp people line up on your side. When they don't, it's a bad sign.
Hold that, guys. We'll be right back. Fifth Street Sports, Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, Frank Perez. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
This is Bully Ray. This is Jay Lethal.
Dalton Castle from Ring of Honor to tell you that Honor Club.
Honor Club is the ultimate ROH experience. Join now for live streaming access to Survival of the Fittest
and all 4 nights of the Global Wars Tour.
Also, get on-demand access to past Ring of Honor events, out-of-print compilations,
50% off pay-per-views,
and more.
Or better yet,
go VIP and receive every major pay-per-view for free,
including Final Battle.
Honor Club is more than a network. Skip the line for pre-sale ticket access to live events and receive 15% off at ROHProshop.com on exclusive apparel, DVDs, replica championships, and more.
Go to ROHHonorClub.com.
ROHHonorClub.com.
Or open the ROH app now. Available on all Apple and Android devices and Roku.
We are Honor Club, and honor is real.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the sports talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
All right, guys, we're back here on Fifth Street Sports. We got Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick and Frank Perez. Now, guys, here's folks, as listeners, there's a TV show that we've been watching and I wanted to comment on, and we wanted to see how this would play, since this is talk you can bet on in a sports show, how a television show like this can actually affect us in the sports industry or something to do with it. And the show's called Manifest. So, Brian, why don't you go first and tell us what you think of this show and how we can relate it to some form of gambling or something to do with our industry.
Yeah, well, so this is a pretty cool show. I haven't watched a network TV show in probably 5 or 6 years, and I had multiple people telling me, got to watch this Manifest show. So I actually started watching it thinking my wife would want to watch it with me, but weirdly enough, I'm actually watching the show on my own each week. It comes on Monday night, and it's kind of a cool concept. The idea of the show is a plane full of people disappear completely into thin air. They're on a plane flying from Jamaica back home to the New York area, and they literally just disappear off the map. Kind of similar to that Malaysian Airlines flight from a few years ago. And so that happens 5.5 years ago, 2013. Fast forward into the future in 2018, and they're landing. And okay, we'll get to that in a second. We're landing in New York, and they tell the air traffic controllers who they are. And they're like, wait a minute. We don't even know what this plane is. Who are you? Initially, they don't even recognize the flight number. They send them to a kind of a non-commercial airport, and the show kind of begins from there. These people have literally gone through some kind of time travel. They're now 5.5 years into the future. They haven't aged, but their families have moved on, and so there's all of these crazy questions like, did my spouse give up on me and remarry? Did my parents or grandparents die? Do I still have a job? What happened? Like often, like their stuff was given away, and these are all valid questions. But as a sports fan, I'm kind of curious. I think I'd be wanting to know, like, what happened to my bet? What happened in sports the last 5 years? But a lot of questions. But I'm just curious. Are either one of you guys a fan of the show? Have you guys been watching the show?
Rick?
I watched the first 2 episodes, and while I do really enjoy the show, and I plan on watching more at this point in time, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I love the concept, and I'm with Brian on this. If if that happened to me, of course I want to know how my family's doing and so forth. Are the animals still alive? Things like that. But once we're done with that, it's time for I had like 3 pending wagers on October 23rd, 2018. Can you tell me if I won or lost? And if I won, can I still cash the ticket? The 5.5-year-old ticket.
Yeah.
But it's just fascinating to think. Of course, it's science fiction and so forth, but it's fun to think of all the possibilities that'd be running through your head.
Yeah, but could you just imagine now picture this scene, okay? You're in Vegas. Your buddy from New York gave you a ton of cash. They said, "I need you to get down on these games, a Super Bowl, whatever, tons of bets." So you said, "Okay, you're down. I got your ticket. But listen, by the way, I'm going to Jamaica for a little vacation, and I'll be back in New York." So you go to Jamaica now. You're on that flight. And sure enough, the flight disappears for 5.5 years. So you land back in New York 5.5 years later. You got all your buddies' tickets. And when you land, you're figuring out, like, what's happened in 5.5 years? And they say, well, some of the mob guys, the guy said that he owed him $250,000 from tickets in Vegas, but they never got here, so they killed your friend. Now you've got all these expired tickets. You've got all these expired tickets, and you're going down to Jerry's Nugget and whatever, trying to cash them. You're at the Nevada Gaming Commission. Meanwhile, all the tickets are NG. They're not. But your friend got killed because you never got the tickets back to New York.
And then someone explains to you that the Golden State Warriors are now a dynasty. In 2013, they were just maybe the last team into the playoffs.
But there's two things for sure. You would still probably see, and it wouldn't even be a replay of Brady getting another ring, because that didn't change. Brady getting another ring. And then whatever game you turn on, if it's soccer, it'll still be 0-0. Like, turn on it, it'll still be 0-0. Like, that's for sure. But
like we said, every other sports league in the world is gearing to try to get more points. Soccer's doing everything they can to keep those games 0-0 and 1-0. Wasn't that a beautiful derby we just saw yesterday? So that won't change either. We've had 0-0 soccer games for 150 years. That's what the soccer purists want. That's what they're going to get.
But this is how you know the game. Okay, right now, what bothers us the most in sports? Holding call, flags, free throws, icing, 2 minutes for fighting, this and that. You're like, oh my God, I hate this. In soccer, when they say penalty, that's the most exciting thing there is. Like, wow, there's a penalty. We love it. There's going to be like a penalty kick. Something just happened, That's how you know on the game. But I think that the show's got a great potential. This Manifest,
I like it, and I'm not much of a show watcher. I like maybe you can do the spinoff of Manifest with the friend that gets killed over the tickets. I'm not sure what network that would air on.
Meanwhile, you go to the Colombo or Lucchese family, and you go, "Where's my friend Richie?" And they go, "Oh, he owed $250. He said he had the money from the Super Bowl. The tickets never got here. We had him whacked." And meanwhile, you show the tickets. Hey, Ryan, here's one for you from Kurt Morgan. It's
the Clippers.
What's it say?
The Clippers. He's saying he took a bad beat with the Clippers. Yeah, the Clippers were up by I think 5 or 6 at halftime. As a 7-point dog. Both plays I actually gave out last night. It's matter what number you got. You either push, won, or lost. And that was a play. Obviously, he got in at 6.5 instead of 7, so he lost in that one. And that was the Detroit game. I was trying to say to take pick minus 15. They ended up closing at +1.5, +2, and they ended up winning by 1. So last night the game was just landing number. And that New Orleans first half over that we were talking about, the 121.5, that I think it was Frank or Fred, whoever typed in before, he said he got a good number of 120.5. It landed 121. It closed 122. It's crazy how these NBA games are just all landing on the numbers right now in the first half.
Yeah, there it is. It's Frank Anfield.
Didn't have the same momentum. Or the second half slowed down quite a bit in that New Orleans game. All right. Yeah, right. That's absolutely right. Landed 121. Sadly, we went over 121.5.
Oh.
Yeah. We missed it by a half a point.
But see, Frank Campiel was just praising you, Brian, because one of the things that you must say it 3 times a week, market entry. You got to get that market entry.
Got to have multiple outs, got to get good numbers. I'm guessing Kurt Morgan, our friend Kurt Morgan in South Carolina, did not hit the Powerball last night. I know the winner was in South Carolina.
Mega Millions, bro.
Mega Millions. If he, that would be dedication though. If he did win and he was still watching Fifth Street, that'd be a good sign for us.
Oh my God!
Hey, you were telling me before the show, Rick, about this law where in South Carolina, you don't have to reveal your identity. How does that work?
Yeah, the 44 states that you can play Mega Millions and Powerball. Sadly for Frank, Nevada isn't one of them, but you can always go to Prim and go to the lottery store and get all your tickets there, and they wait in that 3.5 day long line. But there's 8 states where if you win, you're eligible to remain anonymous if you want, which I think you'd be pretty idiotic not to. But so luckily for this winner, South Carolina is one of these 8 states. So unless they just want fame, which I doubt they will, we'll never know who it was. So if you ever want to buy a lottery ticket,
we're not going to know if Kurt won. I was going to say we're not going to know if Kurt. Well, unless you just want to tell us, we won't tell anyone. Kurt.
No, but guys, but we got to get ready for a break. But I got something on this because actually a lady hit one of these big lotteries, and they wanted her to pose with the big check and the whole deal, and she actually went to court, and she was worried about her safety, and she won, and she was able to remain anonymous. So even if I had hit, well, gosh, we got to get ready for a break. When we come right back, you guys, let's get back on this because I got a good one on this. 5th Street Sports, Frank Perez, Oklahoma Brian, and Florida Rick will be right back.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Are you an inventor who would like to try to have an invention or idea patented and submitted to companies, but you don't know what to do next? Call for free information from InventHelp. InventHelp, a leading inventor service company, has been helping inventors since 1984 and has sales offices located in more than 60 cities nationwide. You'll want to talk to the company that has helped secure more than 7,000 invention patents. So call InventHelp. Even if you have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll still want to call InventHelp for free information. You'll find out how InventHelp may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to companies. So call now.
Call InventHelp at 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. Get your free information by dialing 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. 1-800-316-1738.
We're back here on 5th Street Sports. Frank Perez. We are on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network, also on Facebook.com/5th Street Sports Talk. And don't forget about our Twitter at 5th Street Sports. Also, our www.fifthstreetsports.com. Guys, we were talking about the lottery and about how if you won it, only 8 out of the 44 states, you can remain anonymous. I believe if you won it, you can challenge it in court for your own safety and be able to remain anonymous. Because especially with what's happened to our great friend Tony over there in Five Dimes in Costa Rica, you can see what declaring yourself having any kind of value or money. If you actually, Brian or Rick, if you guys, any of you guys said, wow, you guys just cashed out for $913 million, that was the cash out number, don't you think you'd be looking behind your back the whole time to see if you're going to get kidnapped or something, held for ransom?
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Definitely. I mean, especially for those of us who don't have common names like the rest of you guys, we would always be looking behind our back. I mean, we would almost have to have a bodyguard 24/7. Full security around your house. It would be kind of a nightmare. I mean, if you were forced to reveal yourself, and I think it's kind of absurd that 36 of the 44 states have laws that make you can't remain anonymous. But like you said, Frank, that woman in New Hampshire in March that won, she was able to get a lawyer, and they fought, and she was able to
That's
retain
right, and
her anonymity.
I would too.
So,
I would too, because that's a curse. I'd be sitting here like a regular schmuck in my own house like this. All of a sudden, I got $1 billion. That would be like almost like after the presidency's over. You still can't walk around the mall or nothing. Your life would be kind of semi-cursed. Hey guys, we got something on Fifth Street Social. Kurt Morgan, love you guys, but if I hit the Powerball, I'd be on the beach with some beautiful babes. Kurt, that's so common, buddy. That's good for about 21 days, and then we're a little bit older than that, so we know that that's really temporary. But
Frank, have you ever played the lottery before?
Oh yeah, sure I have.
Yeah. How about you, Rick? Have you played?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, I usually play whenever it's big like this, just to throw $20 in there. But I didn't play yesterday, or else I would have probably won. I probably would have been 2 winners had I played.
I mean, like down south, that's one of the things in the redneck retirement plan. Like 3 lottery tickets a week instead of 401k.
I despise the lottery. I hate the 50% theoretical hold. It makes me so mad if I have relatives that want to play the lottery. I hate it. There's nothing that I can honestly say I've never played the lottery, but I have had like relatives tell me if they don't live in a state that has it or they can't get there, they'll say, hey, can you go and play it for me? And it's the biggest walk of shame for me to walk up to the counter. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when my wife or girlfriend would ever say, hey, would you mind going to the store and buying some tampons? Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not my favorite thing to do,
Right.
I hate going and buying lottery because I don't believe in paying a 50% hold. I just think it's such a ripoff.
But did you know, Brian?
I do buy the tampons and I do buy the lottery tickets.
Yeah.
But I have always in my mind, how you always have friends that are asking you, hey, if you're in Vegas, can you make me this bet? Can you bet this future bet? That's a big one. And you think, man, that is the dumbest bet I've ever heard of. I'm just going to book it. And with the lottery, I'm thinking, man, I should just book their lottery. That's like $2. I can, or $10. I can fill up my car with gas. And if they hit the lottery, I guess we're not friends anymore because I didn't actually buy it. But have you had that thought when someone asks you to buy a lottery ticket?
Well, sure, but did you know, Brian? Because I know you're really good at mathematics. Did you know that at 913 million on that? Oh, guys, guess what that means? It's time for the dog pound. Here we go, guys. I got mine, you guys. I've been at the SPCA all morning over here, and I've got me. I didn't take home any real big ones, but I'm going to start off first, okay? Because I want to take this one home right away. He kind of like started licking me and put his little paws on me as soon as I walked in. This is underdogs that we like straight up, so we call this segment the Dog Pound. Guys, I know you're going to laugh, but I'm taking home a Taco Terrier. Game 199, the New Mexico-Texas State game. I'm going to take New Mexico State plus 129 as my little Taco Terrier. What do you got?
All right.
I don't disagree.
Okay, well,
that's fine.
It's a horrible
I have
game.
no problem with that game.
It's a horrible game.
Yeah, it's not a game anyone would actually want to watch, but you can always follow a score.
But you guys, but before we get to this dog pound, because we were in such a good thing with this lottery thing, don't you believe that? Okay, Brian, I know it's a 50% theoretical hold, and it is, okay. But at $913 million for the cash out, did you know it was actually an overlay? It was actually an overlay.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because you're not accounting for the fact that you could have multiple winners. You could have people that try to buy every mathematical combination of it. So, I mean, I guess I see what you're saying.
Except for, like, how bad of a beat would it be if you said, I'm playing this because it's a mathematical overlay, and then you hit it and say, oh, shucks, I got to split it.
Let me ask you a question. If you decide that you want to bet every mathematical combination, like I know that you could have bet every combination for cheaper than the payout would be. Do they actually make you go through the mechanics of getting every ticket punched out, or can they just tell you, okay, that's going to cost you,
$302 million.
Exactly. You just write out a check, or
you gotta back up the U-Haul with the cash and take all the tickets with you. And then remember, you're gonna hit a lot of the other ones too. You know, you're gonna hit the 5 out of 6, 4 out of 6. There's tons of those. It'd be a nightmare. It'd be a nightmare. But guys, okay, so let's get back, because I know this is one of our favorite parts of the shows on Wednesday is the dog pound. Okay, Rick, so you're in the kennel now. What do you got, buddy?
All right, I am going to take with my first dog to win outright. This isn't just to cover. We're not like ESPN here. We actually are picking teams to win outright. I'm taking game 163, Arizona State, as a plus 205 dog at USC. That's a 3:30 start Eastern on Saturday, and I think this line is already opened at 4. It's got bet up to 6.5. It's definitely reached its peak, and I really like Arizona State here to be in this game the whole way, and good chance to pull out a victory.
Okay, so we're charting this game 163 Arizona State plus 205. I gave out New Mexico State plus 129. Brian, you're in the house, buddy.
Okay, so again, I'm kind of following a similar pattern. This isn't a huge dog, but I like. I kind of like Georgia Tech game 111, getting around plus 130 against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech team that's really benefited from a unbalanced turnover ratio all year. I don't know. I kind of think this Georgia Tech team seems to be getting stronger with each week. They didn't impress me in week 1 against South Florida, but they seem to look better each week. And this is totally a winnable game for them.
It is, and you know what's weird about it? I can't believe you picked that, because that game matches 2 other sharp accounts, plus Chris. He does his own originating here at Fifth Street Sports in-house. That matches him. So you picked probably one of the cutest little dogs out there, right in the kennel right away. But guys, I'm going to take me home another, a little teacup terrier. This one's a teacup terrier, all right? No laughing. I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers plus 115. This is like a 3-pound dog, real tiny little dog. They're at home against Baltimore. I think Carolina can pull this out. And getting 115, I would make it about if I was on a star system, on a 10-star as max, I'd make this like about a 5 or a 6.
Is Ray Caruth going to be there?
Well, what do you think?
I'm going to say no. I said the NFL is not going to want him around. So if he wanted to buy a ticket, the NFL would probably get their security and throw him out.
All right, Rick, pick a dog, baby. So, you're in the kennel.
All right, this is one that I really like, and it could be heard again on Friday possibly. But I just love home dogs at night. There's nothing better to me in college football, home dogs at night, especially in the nationally televised games, as we saw from Purdue last week. But I'm going to take Oklahoma State. Only is about a plus 135 dog, so it's a little bit better than your teacup, but not that much bigger. But I think Oklahoma State's going to have that T-Boone's Pickens Stadium's be rocking, and I think they're going to beat Texas outright. Texas thinks they're going undefeated the rest of the way, but I think that's going to end Saturday night, and Texas's playoff aspirations are going to be dead on Saturday night.
Wow, Brian, And so he's going. Brian, haven't you been anti-Oklahoma State most of the year?
Big time. Yeah.
Well, now
But
how
I will
does,
say this.
how does Rick pick this team to upset Texas, a team that you've hated all year?
I don't agree with the play, but I can see the logic. I mean, it's absurd. What is Texas ranked right now? Number 6 in the country, I think.
6, 7, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's absurd. Here's a crazy stat. You know that Texas, in all of their wins versus non-ranked teams, they've been within all of those victories have been within 1 score. So it's not like they're blowing anyone out. And this is like a bowl game for Oklahoma State. I mean, their backs are against the wall. They desperately need a win. It's a home night game. Yeah, I could see this. I could see Texas getting in trouble in this game. All right. Do we have time for me, or do I have to wait?
Yeah, no. Start with your dog, and then when we come back, you can finish that dog up. You can hold him. You can hold him in your arms until the next break.
I'm holding the dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pet him.
Yeah. Go ahead. Fire it out. Fire it out, and then come back and tell us why.
I'm going to take him out to pee during the break. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay, you guys. Fifth Street Sports, Oklahoma, Brian, Florida, Rick, Frank Perez. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're in the dog pound. You don't want to miss this next segment.
Hey, travelers. Do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. That's 800-535-7789.
Drowning in IRS debt? If you can't afford to pay your IRS debt due to economic hardship, you can now be free of IRS collection efforts by taking advantage of a special IRS tax hardship program. This program allows Americans who owe the IRS to resolve their delinquent tax debt once and for all. In some cases, maybe even reducing what you owe significantly. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Simply dial 800-426-3569. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back or have years of unfiled tax returns, help is standing by. Just call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-426-3569 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-426-3569 to see if you qualify. That's 800-426-3569.
All right, guys, we're back. Fifth Street Sports. It's Frank Perez. Just before the last break, we came back. Brian was picking a dog, but he had to take him out for a little wee-wee. So, Brian, if you're back in the kennel over here, tell us the dog you just came out from doing his little thing there.
Well, this is literally a trip to the dog pound. Let's see if you can guess this dog. This is an NFL dog that I think is going to get there, but he's going to have to go to overtime first.
Ooh.
Does that narrow it down, Rick?
Sounds like a Chihuahua.
No.
No, this is like a big, like 300-pound guy that hasn't shaven in a couple days and has a dog mask on.
Yikes.
It's a team that goes to overtime every week.
Oh, it's the Brownies.
Oh, the
baby.
Browns. Oh, okay. I thought you meant the type of dog. Okay, sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
the Brownies.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, this is like a fat guy that works in a factory and drinks about 12 beers. Although he's going to be on a road trip this week, he's going to have to take the 3-hour trip over to Pittsburgh, and I say why not? This team goes to overtime every week. I'm going to take him at plus 3.25.
Plus
Against
325.
325. That's a big dog. This is like
Yeah.
if I have to name this dog, what is that? What is that? A boxer? What kind of
No,
dog
I
is
mean,
that? Mask?
like 325. It's got to be a Rottweiler. What do you think, Rick?
A Mastiff, maybe?
Yeah. But
Mastiff. I'll go with the Mastiff.
you guys, I'm going to take me home a little Irish setter, okay? A little Irish setter. I'm going to take, and this is an NFL dog myself. I'm going to take Tampa Bay plus $1.83 at Washington. I think Tampa's a better team. This Washington team is too zigzaggy for me. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay plus $1.83.
Okay.
Well,
All
you guys are all. Every time I say
I
something,
like the
it's
play.
like,
I actually really like the play. I think Tampa's a better team than Washington.
oh gosh.
No way.
I think Washington.
No.
I agree with Frank on this.
Oh,
play.
he's a Redskin homer up there, but yeah. forget
Yeah,
it.
Brian still has favorite teams every now and then.
Yeah, I mean he's
That's
still going
one
to
of them.
RFK Stadium, whatever. All right, well you're in the house. Oh, here we go from Billy Donlin. My underdog pick game number 144, Charlotte plus 250. That's on Fifth Street Social. Billy Donlin likes Charlotte plus 250. Brian, why don't you've been red hot. Why don't you tell Billy what you think of that?
I love it. I love it. I love dogs in the pig conferences like that. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of sharp accounts on this Charlotte team, and I've seen the under played by some sharp accounts. I'm gonna say absolutely. Yeah.
Well, then let me. This Billy's getting better, Rick. But you're up, buddy. What do you?
Before I give my pick, I want to give my take on Billy's pick.
Okay.
I am adamant that I'm against that pick. This is one of those rare situations that we've discussed before. The public is really big on the dog in this game. The public is 62% of tickets here are on the dog, and the line's actually opened at 7. It's gone up to 7.5. Which, I mean, we know what happens when all the squares and public line up to bet the dog. It's usually goodbye public. And I'm gonna go say Southern Miss probably wins this game going away. Just judging on that, I don't know these teams that well, but based on the info that I'm looking at, I would only be on Southern Miss in this game.
Ooh, ouch, Billy, ouch! You got some opposition here, Mr. Donlin. Whoa.
I'm not using it as one of my picks. I'll say that right now.
No, okay.
Now, if we go to the chalkboard tomorrow, Frank, that's going to be a game I'm going to have to, discuss.
Oh,
with you
yeah,
further.
boy. I mean, nobody. I mean, Billy. I mean, Billy. Right now, it's like he was. It's like he ate some bad sushi or something. Brian loved it. I kind of liked it. It was a plus 250, and then you came right in and punched him in the stomach with Southern Miss and everybody being on it. But sorry, Billy, but you got.
Billy's showing he's still got the mindset of the public, which it's the public does win. If the public never won, there'd be no betting. So
I thought Billy. I think Billy's been getting pretty sharp, but we'll see how that one goes. So you know what though, Mr. Rick here, you still got to take home another dog here. What do you got going?
Okay, I'm going to stay with my theme of home dogs at night on national television, and I'm going to go back to the Pac-10 and take Arizona as a plus like 380, 390 dog at home against Oregon Saturday night. Oregon's one of those teams that always plays up or down to their opponents, and this should be no exception. I know Oregon's clearly a better squad, but we're going to have a crazy crowd. This is going to be we're getting the Halloween area, so everyone's going to be dressed up in their ghost masks and their eagle costumes and so forth. So I'll probably be a blackout and or red out or white out or whatever one uniform they're going to wear that night. And I think Arizona's going to be in this game the whole way. And I think getting them a plus 380, maybe even plus 400 at some books you have a real live dog here in the situation.
Okay, so you've taken 2 Arizona dogs. Wow. Oh, some Wild West dogs coming out of here. All right, Brian, you're up. You're in the kennel.
I'm gonna take a dog that's so big it doesn't even look like a dog. If you saw this from a distance, you might think it was a bear or something.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the dice on Navy against Notre Dame. I don't even know what the line. You know what? I'm looking at a screen.
I don't know if there's a money line.
There's a 23.5-point dog. I can only imagine. This is like Powerball. This is Oklahoma Bryan version of Powerball here. But here's what I'll say about it.
Let me get you the actual line on. Let me get you the actual line on that before you take that. You're plus 1105. I think you should get more than that. Pinnacle's got him plus 1105. That's it.
I'm going to negotiate a line with my bookmaker. I'm going to ask for $12.50.
Oh, I think he'll give it to you. No problem.
You think?
Yeah, even though I'm not going against you, but I think you could talk this guy into 13-1.
I'll tell you what. This is a game. This just feels like a game where something crazy can happen. By the way, they're playing the game. It looks like on the rotation like it's a Notre Dame home game, when in fact they're playing this game in San Diego, right? Big Navy town. I think if Navy can stick around in this game, you never know. You get the crowd into it. Anything's possible.
Wow.
I don't know. And if I'm wrong, it was just a joke.
One thing about those big dogs is when they got to go poop, it's no fun. But anyways, I am going to take myself home another English setter over here because I'm going to be over here in London, and I'm going to take Jacksonville plus $1.46 against the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Jacksonville pulls their head out of their jaguar and gets there this week.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I haven't. It's obviously a must-win game for both teams. I haven't read much about it. We know that last year this was the spot that Jacksonville woke up against Baltimore in London, right? So, so
like we always say, one team tends to show up and one doesn't in London. Although this past week was a little bit different, but theoretically, in the past, usually one team shows up. So, I mean, Jacksonville could show up just as much as Philly could show up. So, I like the play. I like anyone getting a plus price here.
So do I. Well, Rick, you guys, but let's, we got some of our on our Fifth Street social, Rick, because you've been pretty good in baseball, and they asked you, Brian, for. Oh wait, we got breaking news now, you guys. Wait a second, we got breaking news. It's coming in now. That means America's Worst Bettor has made a play, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is here as it comes in. America's Worst Bettor is just on the loose right now, and let's see what he's come in with. He's come in with. Game 256, the Kansas City Chiefs minus 10 from America's Worst Bettor. Boy, I got to tell you guys, I've never seen this guy take an underdog. What do you guys think about this play with AWB?
It's hard to ever go against the Chefs. I mean, have they? Is there a game this year they haven't covered?
You're right. You're right.
New England, they covered that game. I think they've covered every game, but they're seemingly unstoppable. And I know the public's going to keep being on them, but until they show they can't cover, it's hard to go against them. You know, it really is.
But you would lay the 10 to Denver, right? I mean,
I don't necessarily like the pick, but I surely wouldn't go against it.
What about you, Brian? You would lay double digits?
Yeah. It reminds me of back when. Remember when the Broncos were really good with Peyton Manning and the Squares bet them every week, and they covered every week. It seemed like they covered every week, and all of the sharp bettors were like adamant, like this has gone on too far. I'm gonna take the 17.5 or the 20, or they're just insane lines. What was that, about 2012-ish?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like the same thing. Like, the sharp guys are stubborn. They're going to keep fading the Chefs, but I got to admit, I'm scared of them as well.
Hey guys, but on Fifth Street Social, hang on, because we got to get this in, because they've asked you guys some questions on Fifth Street Social. Especially this one's for Rick and then one for Brian in the NBA. Rick, tonight you got Rue against at Price. The game opened up 135. It's 139, and it's 8.5 flat. What do you like on this World Series game tonight?
I like the over again. I mean, like I said, two great pitchers you want to go over because you're getting a low total. Now you have two mediocre to below average pitchers and who are both on cold streaks. As we know, David Price hadn't won a playoff game in his career until a week ago, and he still isn't pitching well. He's just getting a lot of run support, and Ryu is just getting blasted. So it's hard to imagine both of these pitchers showing up. Most likely, either one shows up or nobody shows up. So I like over. I like first half over. I would stay away from the side. I think this game can go either way. I think either one of these pitchers can give up, 6 runs in the first 2 innings. But I would just stick with first half over, game over, and stay away from any kind of side bet.
So there you go. Rick over first half and game. Brian, you got the guy says you have a huge NBA board. Give our listeners and our viewers something good they can take tonight.
Well, let me just make a comment on the Red Sox total.
Okay.
I know better than to go against Florida, Rick, 2 weeks in a row. He pretty much schooled me last night. This game's interesting, though. I'm going to keep an eye on the weather in this game. There's a very, very strong wind blowing from third to first base tonight. It's about a 13 to 14 mile an hour wind. It has the potential to shift and be blowing out to right field, in which case I really, really would step on the over. And conversely, if the wind shifts to where it's blowing in, I might kind of scale back on that bet. So I think this is a game that's worth watching the weather right up until the first pitch.
Okay.
As far as the NBA goes, and by the way, I still have one. I'm not going to get cheated out of a dog. I have.
Oh, okay. All right.
I have one dog left, but let me go to the NBA first.
All right.
Yeah. The game that I like has already moved a little bit, but I'm going to mention it anyway. If someone has a screen in front of them, I bet the Lakers this morning laying 3.5 at Phoenix. I feel like this is the game they're finally going to get the W in. But it got bet up to 4.5, and that was the last time I looked at it. Was
still 4.5
or so ago. Still 4.5.
Yeah, but it's a strong 4.5. It's just about ready to go to 5.
I'm not an advocate of laying bad numbers. So I don't want to get people in the habit of laying bad numbers, but my God, we're scoring 270 points a game. We could probably lay the 4.5 in the first week of the season. Although, interestingly, we're scoring a gazillion points, but these games still manage to go to overtime and land on like 1, 2, and 3 every night. It's really remarkable how close a lot of these games are, despite how high scoring they are. But I don't know. But I'm sticking with it. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and lay the 4.5. Curious what you think about that game, Rick.
I don't like that this moved already to 2.5 points. I don't like Ingram Rondo being out on suspension. As we've always talked about before, when games have moved a lot, you're better off taking the peak number on the opposite side than sticking with the side.
Guys, we got 25 seconds, but you know what, Brian, you must be getting so good.
He's right.
As you're talking, the line's moving.
But I still like it.
15 seconds. Guys, we'll be right back. Fifth Street Sports. The line's moving as Brian talks. Fifth Street Sports. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Rebuild or replace transmission, $3,200. Anti-lock brake system, $1,000. Rebuild or replace engine, $2,400. Truth is, once your manufacturer's warranty runs out, it's all on you. Every last cent. Get protection for covered repairs with a vehicle service contract from Toco Warranty. Unlike other companies, with Toco, there's no down payment, and the monthly payments are really affordable. Not sure how long you're keeping your car? At Toco, you can pay as you go. Keep your hard-earned cash and call Toco Warranty right now at 800-222-2313 to save big money on covered auto repairs. Prices vary by vehicle, but for about the cost of a tank of gas per month, a Toco plan has your back on expensive covered car repairs. Monthly payments are very affordable. Get your free quote now. Call Toco at 800-222-2313. That's 800-222-2313. 800-222-2313. Cancellation fee may apply, subject to eligibility. Not available in Missouri and Washington. Waiting period and deductible apply. Coverage provided and administered by Warrantech Corporation or its affiliates. Not affiliated with any manufacturer or dealership. Visit TocoWarranty.com for complete terms and conditions.
Guys, we're back here on 5th Street Sports. This is, of course, we only got a few minutes left, and Brian doesn't want to get cheated out of a dog. By the way, Brian, during the break on 5th Street Social, we got a lot of inquiries because Rick is coming on his game, but you've been red hot. So anyways, let's give him your dog that you got cheated out of and anything else that they can bet on. Hey, there's Billy Donlin. Does the 48-degree weather concern Florida Rick on the over in Boston? That's from Billy Donlin on 5th Street Social.
Not at all. No, I factor weather, and that's why one of the reasons why the total is only 8.5 in this game. So okay. No, it doesn't concern me the least. But if it were 28 degrees, that would be a little bit.
Brian, you got a dog barking, and you got to take him home, or he's going to stay there. What do you got?
Yeah, this is going to be a dog that I think will bark loud and will bite, and I think he will actually devour his opponent. But it's going against a team that I've actually been on a lot this year. I'm going to go ahead and actually, I don't have the rotation number in front of me. I'm sorry. Maybe one of you guys can look it up. But it's Texas Tech.
I'm gonna
look it up. Could be getting about plus 150, going on the road to Ames, playing at Iowa State.
It's 201.
201. There you see, yeah. Professionals here. I think this is the sleeper team in the Big 12. When it's all said and done, this might be the best team in the Big 12. Their defense has really come together. Their quarterback, they've played like 12 quarterbacks this year, but the best quarterback, Bowman, is actually healthy this week. So I expect the tortillas to be flying in Ames on the road. And I don't know what kind of dog this would be, but it would be
it's $1. It's $1.43. Brian, real quick, we've only got we got 20 seconds. Give him something to bet tonight on the ice or anywhere else.
Hockey, both Florida teams tonight. Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay, both
prices.
In, hockey.
What kind of prices should they get around?
Around even money on Florida and about minus 120, 125 on Tampa.
There you go. There's 2 picks from Brian. Florida Rick over in the Boston game. You guys, thanks for listening. 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 5th Street Sports. We appreciate you. And once again, thanks for staying with us. We are coming to you every day, Monday through Friday. We'll see you tomorrow.